Hi Aquarius, this is Amanda Nardozzi. This reading is going to be for April 15th to April 21st. We're going to be doing a tree spread, so we're going to show things that you're currently working through in the root system. We're going to go up into the tree bark and talk about what you are becoming or the energy that you will be taking on. And then the leaves that stem from this tree are going to be anything that comes of this situation, any extra messages, blessings, anything unexpected coming your way, whatever spirit has to share. So that being said, sit tight. We're just going to jump right on it. Okay, so a lot of you are faced with a choice right now. You have the Two of Swords. This commonly represents a choice. You're at a crossroads of needing to choose a path. It doesn't necessarily have to be two paths. It could be multiple. For a lot of people, this is two very distinct different paths. And then needing to make a decision based on that. Oftentimes when we're faced with this decision, there is a risk of stagnation. There's a risk of kind of sitting on this situation and being like, what do I choose? But I see you using this time wisely, because with the Justice card, you are weighing the pros and the cons. It's almost like it is a weighty decision or it's a hefty decision, because it's almost like this next step will determine the course that your life goes in. So that being said, I do feel like it's like, I don't know, I'm hearing, so like the question to ask yourself when you are doing pros and cons and when you're trying to weigh things is like, how much are you willing to take on? So consider that as you move forward. The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is interesting. I don't know why there's an apology coming through with this card. I'm hearing like, sorry you're feeling this way. Like, I do feel like a stress, a pressure, this energy of, feeling a little downtrodden with everything going on, or feeling, again, like you can't, like, having that difficulty of making that decision. Like, I kind of want to grit my teeth and go, oh, like, the energy just feels kind of frustrated to me. And there is like a spirit's asking you to forgive the situation and forgive yourself for, and it's almost like, I don't know, they're coming at me saying like, okay, well, you need confirmation that like everything's going to be okay. You will make the right choice. It's more just having confidence in yourself and having faith that you're going to make the right choice for you. Even if you don't have all the information yet, I feel like you're not really going to have the information until after you make the choice, which is fine, because it's one of those things you have to experience in order to know which one like fits, because you have to work for it, or you have to work through it, rather, is what I meant to say. You're going to have to work through it to figure out if this is actually the right choice for you. But the Knight of Pentacles is about having an open field and throwing out your seed and then seeing what grows. So this does feel like a new beginning of some sort that you feel called to do. Whatever this crossroads is, you are continuing a journey. It's just a matter of, for some of you, it's a question of whether to start something new, start something different. I feel this extra bit of starting, or this extra, like, I don't know, it's almost like it's an addition to something that you're already doing. It's almost like starting something new. Some of you are actually considering on switching something completely to something new. I do feel like there is positive energy towards the new thing. So if you've been faced with this choice for a while, however, then there is a feeling of what would be the most beneficial for you materially. So like, what are your needs in terms of things like finances? I'm hearing like discuss with your partner. So if you're in a relationship, or if you have a partner that you are planning a future with, make sure that you are talking to them and seeing, okay, well, what's life going to look like if I choose this option? What realistically, like it's almost like I'm hearing like lifestyle choices may have to be rearranged to accommodate this choice, which is very interesting. So we're going to see what else we have going on here. So leading up, the type of transformation that you're undergoing, the person that you are becoming. So you have the Death card. This is quite literally the transformation card. So this is closing one chapter and entering another. So again, I feel like you have no choice but to make this choice. So it's not like you can, there is an energy of stagnation, but you're basically at a crossroads of like, okay, this kind of reminds me of like a choose your own adventure. It's not like you can go back. It's not like you can backpedal or stand still for too long, because it's almost like there's a deadline, or there's something that needs to be done if you want to make certain dreams happen. And I feel like you're going to your pushing yourself, or you're going to make this choice anyway, regardless of whether there are external pressures, but you're like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm getting there. I'm getting done. So this transformation is quite literally you just making a choice and being decisive and stepping up. The Sire of Cups is akin to the King of Cups in the traditional tarot, and this is talking about having a strong emotional mind. I always say with this card, it is strong heart, strong mind. So when we have the Sire of Cups here, it's almost like, interesting. It's almost like you're teaching yourself to, I don't know why I'm getting the words like teaching yourself to behave. It's almost like you are learning not to be as reactionary and to listen. And that's mainly because you are like, when you're faced with options on your own, like I'm feeling like a little indignation now. So hang on, Aquarius, stick with me for a second. It's like, I feel somebody who's very passionate about things that they want to do in life. I feel like very passionate about things, but this is also an energy of somebody who maybe in the past, it's like you've been drawn or you've been put in situations where you feel the need to react. And the Sire of Cups, it's almost like this energy is helping you feel more in control. I feel like you felt the need to put up a lot of boundaries and stand up for yourself because you felt like you didn't have control before. And now it's almost like making this choice is going to help you step into your power a little bit more because you see a way out. I don't know why I'm getting that message particularly, but you're seeing a way out. You're seeing a way to move up, to rise, and to be more of who you came here to be. So not only are you becoming this Sire of Cups, but you are also moving on to a Six of Wands. This is a journey that you have to take alone. You can have companions, you can have your support system, but it's almost like you don't really have anybody else in your life at the present moment that is going this path. So it doesn't seem like, I mean, you will make connections and form connections on the way, but as of right now, as it stands, it almost like you have to be the one to make this call, because if you go to somebody else for advice, it's almost like they won't understand, or like they don't get it because they haven't went down this path before. So it's almost like you have nobody to ask, interestingly enough. You have nobody to ask for advice about, like, well, how do I move forward? So you have to kind of be your own boss. You have to move forward on your own. For some of you, I'm also getting like a new business adventure too. Something new to start, like entrepreneurship or some type of creating a business. And I'm getting computers, like something with tech. So if that's your path, whew, by all means, go for it. In a tech-driven world, hey, let's go. But that's only for like a select few of you. Let's see the leaves on the tree and see what kinds of unexpected things, surprises, any extra messages we can expect. When I say this is a powerful duo to get, I get this combination very often. You have Truth Be Told and Deep Knowing. Both of these cards are saying the same exact thing, but different shades of it. So Truth Be Told is asking you to look into the window of your soul. I know sometimes they say eyes are the windows to your soul, but if you pay attention, I'm hearing like there is special direction coming from your heart. Let your heart lead the way. You know where it's going, so follow it. Follow it, please. The deep knowing that comes up here is also, again, trusting your intuition, and I'm hearing like falling back on the universe a little bit. So as you are like, it's almost like a trust fall. It's like you're taking a chance. You're like, I don't actually see what the plan is. I don't see the form that it takes, but it's almost like I know the direction to go, and they're asking you to take that direction. So again, this is something that deep down you know. So we're going to see what other leaves are on this tree. I'm hearing like you might have been so sure of yourself at one point, and then now you're doubting it. So again, it's one of those things, just tuning back to your intuition and canceling out the noise. There's a lot of thought energy of like hearing other people's opinions and letting it cloud your judgment. So, especially with Truth Be Told here, there's a mask sitting down here, and it's almost like take the mask off and look within. Some of you might, I'm only getting for some of you, it's almost like you're keeping face or you have a mask on and you're not taking it down. So you need to take it down at the very least for yourself so that you can recognize what's underneath. You also have, everyone's been getting this card recently. I love it. You have synchronicity. So thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. So this is following the signs. I'm hearing like, you can't really measure your greatness based on a dollar amount or by your achievements. There's something else that'll measure your greatness. I think everybody uses a different scale. So, your success, just follow the signs. That's how you will achieve your success, is if you follow the signs that the universe is giving you in whatever form the universe sends you signs in. This could be repeating numbers. This could be, I don't know, whatever your signs are. Like if you see a special bird, or I don't know. I really just getting repeating numbers. That might be just some of your signs, because I'm stopping blank. They're like, nope, that's it. So it depends on your signs. You'll know when I tell you what signs, or you'll know the signs when I say something about signs, if that applies to you. But I think the triple numbers is like a big thing, or like repeating numbers is a big thing for some of you, or seeing like an animal out in the wild that you don't typically see, but that animal having special significance to you, being a sign of something. Something about birds and numbers for you. You also have love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. So I love this card because it's almost like, again, it's like your soul is kind of, I don't know, you're like agreeing to continue on with this journey. There is an option to stop, but that's obviously not the path that you're on. I see you taking this path anyway, and you've agreed before this lifetime to go on this journey. This is one of those big lessons that you need to learn, and I'm hearing that you're equipped to deal with it. It's, again, a matter of confidence, leadership, and there's like a control issue thing I'm getting with like authority here. So it's trusting your own authority, and I'm hearing like, we will back you up. Spirit will back you up. And then you are a natural born leader. So I feel like when you start leading, you will have people who follow you. You will have people who will look to you for guidance. You just need to assume that position. You just need to like step up and be like, okay, like I can do this, and recognize that you have the worth to do that. And that's one of the things that you're learning on this journey, and through this transformation with the death card here, through that transformation, you are learning to love and accept yourself more and what you have to offer the world. Let's see. What else we have going on here? You also have in the hand, the universe is your partner. I feel very much like this is like a big, strong, this is like a pivotal point in your journey. This is a pivotal point, and this is like a decision. Again, not like it's going to like make or break or anything, but it is going to change the course of your life. So this is basically a card that says the power is in your hands, and Spirit, well, this is literally the card that Spirit says, we will back you up. So that being said, this is how you co-create. You follow the signs, you listen to the signs, you also are an active participant in this as well, saying, okay, what is it that you want? What type of lifestyle do you want? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What are the types of things that you would like to see? How do you see yourself living years from now? You know, those are the types of questions that need to be answered, so Spirit can start sending you opportunities in relation to that, so you can branch off of this decision that you made and start forming. It's almost like, you know, your dreams need some type of shape. It feels kind of wobbly. It feels all over the place, and Spirit's like, okay, well, we need to take all of this scattered blobby sliminess and add some structure to it, so we can like mold it into some type of clay. So it's not just like a puddle of wool anymore. It's starting to take form, and then over time the details get carved in, and then it starts to look more what you want it to look like. So if you follow that imagery, basically, over time, as you make more decisions and as you dream more, like things will become more clear over time. But you gotta try. You gotta make the choice that you know you have to make. You also have rescue and solitude. You got a lot of 1s, 4s, and 3s in your reading, by the way. You have 14, 31, 43, 16, 13, like, you got 1s all over the place. So, just throwing that out there. 1s might be a special number for you. 1s, 2s, and 3s might be a special number. Or 3s and 4s. Those might all be, like, numbers that you see just out in the wild. That could be your sign. Rescue. An important thing to know with this card is that you have to be your own rescuer. It's one of those things where it's like, you need to save yourself. So, you can't really count on anyone to, I don't know, I see someone kind of sitting there on the floor and being sad. and they're almost trying to like bring up this pity party for the rest of the world. And I'm not saying that you do that. It's just like it's the thoughts and the beliefs that kind of amount to, and it's almost like you're looking outside of yourself to be able to save yourself. And I do like what I can't remember where she got it from, but one reader on YouTube, Chloe Taylor, she talks about how you have to be the victim first in order to become the hero. And this is the hero's journey. This is your hero's journey of, oh, something shitty happened, or like, oh man, like my life sucks, but you're turning it around and you're taking your power back. This is how you learn to do that. This is how you are learning to do that. You are learning, oh man, I have to save myself. If I want my life to get better, if I want to stay, if I want to keep going, then this is the person that I have to be, and this is the way that I have to think. And then it's almost like I just see you picking yourself, dusting yourself off. Like it feels like such an easy thing. It's almost like something clicks and then there's like a switch that happens. And that's once you start making those empowering choices and not looking to others. Something does pull. Like I see it just as quick as flipping a switch, that you just get up and dust yourself off and you're like, wow, that was actually easier than I thought. Because it's almost addicting feeling powerful like that and be like, oh, I made an empowering choice. Like it feels very empowering. You know, you also have the solitude card, and the solitude card is, again, coming back to yourself, not really looking to others for their opinions or their thoughts, because, again, nobody is on the same journey as you. This is a very unique journey, and you have something amazing to bring in. Gosh, I feel like this could be something that could save lives for some of you. I feel like this is something that, like, you know, like, this could really help people. But I also feel for some of you, this really does shine light in other people's lives. In some area of life, it shines a light to them. Like you are other people's lighthouse. That's just the image that's coming to mind, is you are other people's lighthouse, very much looking like this card. But in order to do that, you need to come back to yourself and listen to where it is that you have to go next. So I'm going to roll the dice and see what else. What other advice is available to us right now? What other guidance? 646. We're pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. Angels are encouraging you to take time to breathe and contemplate where you are before proceeding further. You are reminded that carefulness and patience are qualities of spirit. One more time, angels are encouraging you to take time to breathe and contemplate where you are before proceeding further. You are reminded that carefulness and patience are qualities of spirit. So that being said, Aquarius, I hope it helped. I hope it does. It almost, I mean, I'm feeling like there's kind of like a mess of things right now, or like feels almost kind of messy. But I do feel like you're picking up the stones of this energy and almost like cleaning up the garden a little bit. I don't. There's a lot of symbols coming out with your reading, but it almost seems like you are like taking stock. You're pulling the weeds. You're cleaning up a little bit, and you are able to move forward and discover yourself. If not me, I'm also hearing like discover weekly too. So like doing weekly readings. It doesn't have to be me, because I do weekly readings here, but like following along weekly with someone, like even if it's a different tarot reader, like just checking in with yourself to see what's true. Like I do think checking in with your, like, I don't know if they're saying you're doing it too much, or like maybe that could help you shed some light on where it is you're meant to go, but using your intuition to tune into the messages and starting to understand which messages are for you, which messages aren't. And then picking spiritual leaders that connect with you and that really resonate with you. That almost feels like it could be a good benefit or a useful tool on your journey. But that being said, I might be talking to someone who actually pulls their own tarot cards too. So if you ever get confused about your own tarot cards, it wouldn't hurt to ask for a little bit of help. Just make sure you are ascribing to things that sound like your truth and not somebody else's, okay? That being said, Aquarius, I hope that helped. And I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.